Now to the latest in the war with Iran. The U.S. began another round of strikes on Iran overnight, just hours after the president left the NATO summit and called Iranian leaders, quote, scum.
As NBC's Alice Barr explains, Trump said the ceasefire is over, but would not say if that meant all-out military action would start again.
Not enough, right?
President Trump is back in Washington from the NATO summit in Turkey. Flying at the same time, the U.S. military launched a new round of strikes against Iran, hitting roughly 90 military targets, according to U.S. Central Command.
We just hit them very hard, and I say we hit them 20-1 every time they hit us.
Iran says it fired back against 4 U.S. bases in Bahrain and Kuwait. The Pentagon has not confirmed that or any damage. The second night in a row of strikes exchanged comes after President Trump declared Wednesday the ceasefire with Iran is over.
To me, I think it's over. I don't want to deal with them and with this scum.
The flare-up started when Iran struck 3 commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz earlier this week, despite promising to allow traffic to flow as part of the preliminary peace deal. That deal is now in question.
They called a little while ago. They want to make a deal so badly. I just don't know if they're worthy of making a deal. I don't know that they're going to honor the deal.
Oil prices are surging as President Trump threatened to reimpose the U.S. naval blockade on Iranian ships, while Iran's lead negotiator said the Strait of Hormuz will only be open under Iranian management. The president, though, said he does not expect a return to full-scale war.
I don't think it's going to start again. I think it's going to go very quickly.
That as he shifted course on another war while at the NATO summit, granting the president of Ukraine's request for a license to build its own Patriot missile defense systems to ward off increasing Russian attacks. President Trump left Turkey on the old Air Force One before changing to the new one gifted by Qatar at a stop in England. The president denied the swap was for security reasons, but a source familiar with the president's plans told NBC News it was a security move made out of an abundance of caution as they took off from a country that borders Iran. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.